Good day, everyone, and welcome back to the Digital Dreams ICT Academy YouTube channel. And today we are going to discuss cybersecurity tips for businesses. But before we move on, we would like you to subscribe to our channel and also turn on the notification button so that you get notified anytime we upload a new awesome video that will help your career in tech. We understand that the year 2024, the year has been an increase in cyber attacks. AI has also pioneered a new field of attacks in what we call the AI-powered attacks that has increased the phishing threats that we see across the globe. Among the top threats to businesses this year, 2024, cybersecurity ranks number 3rd in the list released by the World Economic Forum. So we must be very, very careful in making sure that we protect our data from attacks, both online and offline. If you look at the cybersecurity landscape, you notice that phishing has also become like the top threat this year. And what is phishing, as people will say? Phishing is when attackers send emails that pretend to come from a reputable organization to make you release your personal information like credit cards, addresses, and things like that. They can now use this information for social engineering to even scam the next person, or even go ahead to use that information to actually defraud you. You understanding this is quite important because, one, as a business, taking cybersecurity serious is so important, and it is key for the survival of your businesses because it will also make you lose money due to your servers get down and you are trying to recover your account. And one of the worst things that can happen to you will also be reputation damage that happens to a business when there is a cyber attack that is irredeemable. One of the things that has always happened from the report last year, 47% of businesses that actually had a serious cyber attack usually close down. So you should always take cyber attack seriously, and cybersecurity should not only be your top priority, but should be something that you ingrain in your entire business processes. So what are the top tips to secure a business against cyber attacks? Get against the human element in the attack, you actually get yourself more secured in the cyber world. So getting your staff aware, getting them understanding the implications, getting them actually to implement safe practices is the first key thing every business must get to do this 2024. For every device you use and every account you create, you should always use strong password. Now, it is very, very necessary to use strong password because if a password can be guessed or if a password can actually be cracked using brute force, it won't be good for your business. So always use a strong password that has a high number of lengths, and also use wildcards, different keys, numbers, combine them to a password that will be strong and be difficult for attackers to crack. And not only using password, you should use what we call the multi-factor authentication. You should, one, for the apps you use, make sure that you enable multi-factor authentication. You should also implement multi-factor authentication in the apps that your users or your customers log into to actually transact with you. So this is very important because multi-factor authentication helps you to secure your account and secure your businesses so that you don't have loss due to hijack of your account. And it's so important. Another thing a business should do is that they should always have regular backups. We might actually say that this sounds like the old tactics, like you always keep backing up. No, you have to always back up your data. And these days, it's making it a whole lot easier because you can back it up in the cloud. And it's so important. For every piece of important information you have, there should always be a backup for that because it is that will help you recover even if there is an attack, and you can always replicate this data and use it at any point in time to recover any information you have lost due to any cyber attack that happens in your business. And the fourth important security tip is that you should always secure your Wi-Fi network. Most companies actually deploy Wi-Fi network to actually help their staff connect, share files, and even connect to the internet. But security of their Wi-Fi is so important because via a loophole in your Wi-Fi network, an attacker can be able to get access to your files and information that is going around in your company. And this is quite important. So at every point in time, you should make sure that you have a secured Wi-Fi, and as much as possible, you should deploy firewall in your network. You can use access control to make sure before you have access to those physical computers, you must be someone who is authorized to have access. That is key, and that is quite important. So these are some of the tips which you could actually employ in 2024. Attacks will keep being on ink, but also the mitigation factor to this cyber security threats will also be on the increase. But the very first thing is that you need to be aware and you need to take cyber security serious. And if there are experiences you have had that of attacks you have had in your businesses due to that are cyber threats, you can actually comment on the section and we can be able to provide advice on how you could actually mitigate against them in the future. Thank you.